Feral Audio.
Welcome to another episode of The Adventures of Danny and Mike, wherein the fellas discuss the holiday blahs, a recent trip to Florida, and Jeremy has a revelation. All this in the highest spirits allowed by law. Now play the music, Krampus. Like tea.
How's that tea? So you got a little bit of the winter nips. What is that called? The sickness, winter sickness.
That's when you go outside and you're not wearing enough clothes, and all of a sudden you get very sensitive in your chest.
The winter nips.
Yes.
I guess that could also be when someone pinches your nip too hard. Something like Mr. Tamborelli did the other night, and I thought my nipple was going to bleed.
Your nipples don't bleed.
Well, you don't know. I'm a big runner.
Your nipples don't bleed. I can say for a fact.
I've milked Jeremy's nipples many times, and there's never been any blood.
I've milked Jeremy's nipples to completion, and there's never been blood.
Welcome to the Adventures of Danny and Mike. To my right, Mr. Danny Tamborelli, who's a nipple milker, apparently.
True.
And to his right, Mr. Michael C. Morona is in a very loungy spot right now.
Yeah, the C is for comatose.
Yeah, he's a little under the weather, but I'm gonna say, for a holiday show, the spirits are probably at an all-time low. Of all of the three holiday shows, this is maybe the lowest.
We can only go up from here.
Yeah. So I don't know if it can be saved. I'm hoping it can. I think it can. I think we're three.
I blame Mother Nature.
I think over the next 57 minutes we can try and make some magic happen.
Yeah, I think we can.
I think spirits would be higher if Mother Nature wasn't such a bitch.
Wait,
recently.
Is that because but there's no snow out there anymore?
No, it's not about that. It's about 10 degrees. My pipes froze in my fucking apartment, and I couldn't get hot water. And I was the only apartment that had that happen to. And then it was 60 degrees. And then yesterday it was 60 degrees and rainy a little bit, and at the Giants game dressed appropriately, and then it dropped 25 degrees and started raining harder and windy.
It's the end of the world.
And so I feel like I'm going to get sick. I feel like I'm at that moment where I feel good right now, but my head feels a little funky.
Yeah.
And it's totally Mother Nature's fault, so fuck her.
You don't just have funky bottoms, but funky head.
No,
funky tops.
I got funky tops. I got funky brains.
That'll be the first mic cough of the episode. I'm keeping track.
We're going out of 2016 in style.
Yeah. Out with a bang.
Yeah.
Funky from the bottom to the top.
I'll just get a head cold, and then I'll have a nervous breakdown on the ride over here. So it's just like I'm coming full circle of this, just getting everything shitty out of 2016, and we can move along. Move along now. Move along, please.
It was a huge a year of transition, and I had some suffering on the train on the way over, thinking about my relationship with my wife and my son and how painful that is lately.
Holidays probably don't help.
Well, she's going to Christmas at her family's. I'm not invited. Yada, yada, yada. I don't want to go, especially. I just want to see my son.
Right.
So, the holidays.
It's a very tough thing. I'm feeling better right for a little. You want to do a med update?
Sure.
Let's do a mental health update.
Well, I'm just saying, stand next to these two sad sacks. You must be feeling great.
Listen to me. I'm the moral center of this episode right now. I'm at the all-time high. You guys are at an all-time high.
Do you guys have any meds I could borrow?
I'm actually out. I got to go stock up.
Yeah, I got a refill today too.
Yeah. No, but I'm like a changed man. I'm preaching the word of therapy. I feel like in the last week. Maybe we can have basically since Thanksgiving break.
You didn't make your bed though.
I did not
this morning.
This is this is my week off. I'm not permitted to.
He was doing great until we realized that he stopped making his bed,
and then it all went downhill.
But you're feeling up, is what you said.
It just clicked one day. I think you told me about that, or the collection of people that I've been sort of leaning on through all this, process. But yeah, just one day it sort of clicked. It was after Thanksgiving. I had sort of went home for a week and hadn't done any drinking or any other substances, and it was like a little bit of a breakthrough. It was like a little
Kelly Clarkson started to make sense.
Yeah, finally, and I got all of her albums. And I don't want to blow the Christmas thing, but
Yeah, spoiler.
it's coming. Anyway, yeah, my mental health update is a very glowing, positive review.
This is excellent.
Yeah, yeah, and I have you thank you. I've never, I don't think I've thanked you on this thing, but you were one of the big reasons why I did this. It was you and my mom and Chris Gethard, oddly enough, Maria Bamford. You five, you're the 5 keys to Jeremy's mental health.
I was thinking we could maybe get all those people together in one room and celebrate you.
We should, and can we get like big posters of my face printed out? No, okay. Hey, I was trying.
Well, yeah, we can, but we just put it on top of a dartboard.
Okay.
Just really keep it. No, we'll keep it happy, but then at the same time, it's like, hey, know your place.
Okay, 90s film humor.
Oh yeah, hey, look, he's got a picture up of him. Oh,
George Bush.
What are they doing?
I think I did that once with George W. Bush's face.
We had a Trump piñata on the truck for the first few months of this work year, and after the election, my Teamster stole it and has the face of Trump on the dashboard of his truck. It's quite annoying.
ugh.
Yeah.
I had a stupid picture of Trump on the back of my phone for the last year because it's like a really shitty face that he's making, and I had to take it down.
Got too real.
After the election because it got too real.
I have a $1.
Also, he copyrighted the photo.
And he can't pay royalties. I have a $1 bill with Donald Trump's face on it. I think it's from The Apprentice, and I was going to burn it, do a whole ritual. Maybe that's why he won, is I didn't do this. I was going to do a Vine.
Good job.
Really?
Good.
And then-
Glad you're going to
and then
put
I
it on
killed
Vine.
But that was why Vine closed.
I killed Vine.
'Cause they knew
I
you were going to
killed
be
the presidency
subversive.
for Clinton. But I'm feeling great. So
You've passed all of your sorrows on to everyone else.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Do you think sadness is a zero-sum game? That there's just like a finite amount of sadness in the
And
world?
you just keep transferring it in and out.
It's just like it's like, what's the air hockey? Ding! And then the sadness goes to the left a little bit and passes off to somebody else, and somebody else hits it. Ding!
I beat the air hockey robot at the Pittsburgh Museum of Robotics.
This is during your childhood?
Oh no, this was
is
like
last
last
week.
summer.
Really?
This was last summer.
So
Wow.
are you the robot king now too?
Oh my
Does
God!
that make you the
Another one.
robot?
I have not beaten every robot, but it's
Robot.
a
How many times do you beat the
I
computer
scored.
in FIFA?
Oh man, I would. My neck would collapse from all the weight of crowns.
We haven't played FIFA since I won. By the way, I
You
just
and-
want to tell you
wow.
that.
You
So
and
I am the current FIFA
Wow,
king.
that's true.
And I see
That's
your
true.
face.
You're going to be the 2016 FIFA king, and that's going to be over in a couple days.
I know, but I'm
and then
holding
you'll
on
be
to it. This is-
undisputed.
Why do you think I'm so happy? I'm still holding on to the one king.
This is again, joy can manifest in Jeremy as long as he pushes his pain elsewhere.
As long as
he
everything goes
pushes
right
his-
for me.
As long as he pushes his bad feelings onto other people.
That's right.
He can be happy.
Ting, ting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think the ratio of happy to sadness people are at the Paradise City Comic Con that we went to 2 weeks ago?
We lucked out with them. I think that was a good blend. I think we had about 79-21.
79-21 happy to sad?
Yeah, happy to
Yeah.
say.
That's pretty good. I mean, I feel like you go into those things like happy, right? You look forward to those.
Yeah,
think
and
you
then
think
when you
so.
see the prices that you pay for everything, you get sad.
Yeah.
But the kids who got the money, they don't feel as sad.
Kids got the money. $1 bill, y'all.
I think that's cash rules everything around me.
And that was the case at the comic book convention because Danny's PayPal swipey was not always happy.
Oh no.
Yeah, but we did cash did
no,
rule.
we did.
It wasn't
no.
always working. Sometimes you had to swipe it multiple times. But
Oh yeah, that's true.
Cash did
well,
rule.
that's a
Cash did rule everything around us.
that might be that's less on the PayPal triangle and more on my swiping
User
ability
error?
going straight across. It's kind of
Wait.
hard to do that when you're holding the phone. And you got to keep it. Well, the kid's got like a bent credit card, and you're trying to keep it straight.
Are you trying to
Flicks it through.
characterize our fan base as those that carry bent credit cards?
I feel like this might be a Homer Simpson indicator. in
Yeah,
itself.
this is why cash rules everything around me.
Yeah.
A mounting?
Around me.
Amount me.
That's how
So-
much. That's how much cash we made. We had to make a mound of it.
So you didn't find a Jeremy to do all the sliding, all the credit card sliding?
No, we had
sure you
had
could have
people. No, we had
Craiglisted
people
somebody.
there. No, we
No,
had
there were
people
tons of
that-
people
that
there who had
did it.
never seen Pete and Pete, but none of them were as incompetent as you.
Hey, I take really great pictures that are slanted.
You're a Dutch master.
I'm a Dutch master. Oh, Dutch king. I'm the Dutchy king.
No, I don't
We'll
think
call
there
you
was
the
a.
oven Dutch king.
Philip was the king of Holland
taking it.
for a while. Okay.
I'm taking it.
Can you just be a master and be happy with that?
A FIFA master?
No.
Masturbator.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Good one. Good one, guys.
Yeah,
And that's a wrap on this episode of My Happiness.
the comic book convention was fun, if only because I took a lot of pictures with girls and Dan didn't.
Right.
That I sent to my coworkers.
Oh, yeah, let's be real about that.
That
I
I
wasn't
sent-
taking pictures because I the only picture I took was a woman who was dressed up as Miss Frizzle, and I was
That was
Arnold,
great.
and that was great.
You two should do the tour, actually.
That would be
Frizzle
that would be
Tamborelli
great.
2017?
No, I mean, get on the
Trizzle.
bus. Get on the bus.
Yeah, get on the bus.
Get on the bus.
She-
2017.
You know how the Mighty Mighty Bosstones had that one dude that was part of the band, but he just danced?
That's you.
Jounce? I'm just saying. Frizzle?
Yeah.
You could be a hype
Oh,
man.
Frizzle. Yeah, she
Frizzle
could.
is a dancing front lady?
You know,
would be
it doesn't.
great.
It doesn't
But he was
do.
just you were taking pictures with good-looking chicks in cosplay just to rub it in
To torture my
your
coworkers.
faces when they were outside in the snow.
I had-
And we were in Fort
Right.
Lauderdale.
Yeah, we were in Florida, and my
So,
coworkers were
they
working.
You weren't taking more pictures with girls because they were jumping to take a picture with you. You were the one soliciting pictures.
Unfortunately, we don't have any of those people here with us today, so your theory can't be proved. That's a shame.
For the listener, take my word for it.
For the listener, Dan is growing redder.
For the listener, there'll be a poll later on the Danny and Mike Twitter.
Lord.
You could side with Team Danny, or Team Mike.
Or Jeremy, just to keep him happy.
That's
But if
right.
you do hashtag TM, that's also trademark, and that's kind of
Oh,
stupid.
that's a good point. TM Danny, somebody could steal it.
TM Dawn.
Rest in peace. He died, you know
This year?
that? Last year, I think.
Oh, that's right.
Maybe this year. I don't know. Should we?
know.
First fact check of the
Do we?
year.
No,
Chalk
he
it up.
died
Do
this
we-
year.
Okay.
As much.
Damn 2016.
It's a rough year, man.
That's all right. I had a kid.
That's
beautiful.
a very positive thing out of this horrible year.
Yeah, and
Your kid's going to save the world. That's what I think.
He was born for one job and one job only: to save the world.
he's all out of bubble gum.
Do you think he'll sooner or later take over your king's responsibilities when you become too old to eat pizza?
Oh,
and
I only assume he'll.
diabetic and
Yeah.
When Mike is lactose intolerant.
we can't eat chili dogs anymore.
Right,
and,
the first
numbers.
crown. Right, the first crown he will take from me is at age 55. He will take the running up the stairs king, and then age 58 he will take the hot dog king.
Yep.
Age 60
Yep.
he'll probably take pizza king. I probably won't be able to maintain it. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
the Carmine's update.
Carmine's?
Carmine's update. They haven't done shit about Carmine's on Norman Avenue.
It's still there,
in
just empty.
Greenpoint. It's closed. They redid the outside and nothing. Just newspapers. Come on, guys, get it together. I don't want to eat falafel inside the former home of my slice of
Well,
Greenpoint, but I just want to see the goddamn thing open.
Is are you able to look through the window? Can you tell?
No,
if
they have paper all over the
right,
glass.
Well, see, here's a big thing. If the pizza oven is still there,
Chances
it's a
are,
good chance
chances
that's
are.
going to be a pizza place again.
Right.
But if it's gone,
It's probably going to be.
could you imagine
falafel.
if a 99-cent pizza place took over for that place?
that would be dead.
That is one of the signs of the apocalypse.
Well, I mean, it's not.
It could be worse.
It's not Manhattan.
It could be
McDonald's?
worse. You're in New York City. Even
you get away?
99-cent pizza.
oh, Papa John's.
It's kind of crappy, but it's still all right.
Papa
Oh my
John's.
gosh, I met a young lady at the Comic-Con named Portia, and she was a manager at a Papa John's, and she was trying to explain how they made life difficult for her.
Did you?
Because she couldn't get.
Is there a photo?
She couldn't get
evidence
the day
of this?
off. No, she wanted a photo, and I was like, "You have to pay for it." And she was like, money." And
Papa
so
John's.
So we just took a walk and talked for a little bit
that's good.
while Dan was signing autographs for presumably All That fans and Magic School Bus fans.
Now that you've put that out there, that's going to be
Oy.
on a price point on the price list. Is it Walk with Mike?
Oh,
Walk with Mike
Here's a
free.
good one. Here's a good one that we found out while we were there. We were across the hall from good old Billy D. Williams
Oh, nice.
and Ron Perlman, but Billy D. Williams particularly for $150 will read one of 3 voicemail messages that he has written out. In either he can do it in his Lando Calrissian, he can just do it talking about Colt 45.
I thought you were blind.
Wow.
I'll do that.
For $150 and you record an outgoing voicemail message.
Guys, I will do that. Next
Millennials
Comic-Con.
don't have
I will
that
not
anyway.
I will not charge.
It's a market that is untouched.
I will not charge $150, and I'll also have an auto text reply.
Well, what would be your Big Pete voiceover?
You would crush this.
You'd crush it.
Yeah, what the hell am I going to
then
do?
you would do Pete-isms.
What am I going to do it now for when people could just sample it from the podcast?
That's
Think
true.
about
That's
it,
a good
buddy
point.
boy.
True, here, will you do it,
hoping-
and I'll just make a noise over it for a second.
Oh, yeah. Ready? Everything was just perfect. That was pretty good.
Scene.
I'm happy with that one.
That was pretty good.
Okay, so that's the $50 option. There's also a $75 option.
Oh, how does that one go?
Ready?
Yep.
And everything, my brother and he, and Ellen, everybody understood that the world was over.
You do realize they could just copy this audio and steal it, right? I mean,
That's what I just told you.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah, but
charging
we
50
just-
to 75 for these. That-
Yeah,
you
but
said
see, the
about
thing
I ruined it
And you,
by going over it. You think I was just singing for my fucking health?
dexterity, yes.
Well, maybe it actually made me feel better.
see, Jeremy, as somebody
the
who's
lows are being pulled away with every moment that we speak, and I feel better now.
as somebody who's never watched Being
Wait,
Pete,
wait, wait.
you wouldn't think about getting a voicemail message from me. So that's why you can't comprehend. You can't comprehend the music.
That's a good point.
Billy D. Williams, Ron Perlman,
Yeah.
Joey Fatone.
Oh, I saw Joey Fatone followed the Danny and Mike account, which
across
is
the street
which was
from
a very
us.
funny pop up on my phone.
I think it was a butt follow. It was a
You
butt
like that?
follow. It's an accident.
It could have been a butt
follow.
follow. No, you guys were talking. You and Joey are
No, Joey's
dudes
all right. We're all boys now. We'll be playing golf on Thursday in Orlando.
now. No,
Together.
That's I smell a reality series. Well, that sounds fun. What did you get out into the warm air?
The
to
greater
beach?
Fort Lauderdale area.
Yeah. Is there a beach in Fort Lauderdale?
We engaged with a raw seafood bar. They gave us many of their products,
Ooh.
and we ate them.
You know,
Someone found a pearl in an oyster.
no.
Yeah, I'd
swear.
never
That really happened.
never happened before in my
Is
life.
it worth money, you think?
I don't know.
Who the hell cares? She
It's
gets to
raw.
wear it on a necklace now.
That's true.
I didn't swallow this and almost choke.
Yeah.
I found it.
Yeah.
Because what do you usually do with oysters?
Shit
Just
them out.
Slurp them down.
You shit out the pearls, and then you have to go through your poop with your hands, and you're like, why am I in the shower on my hands and knees pushing my poop through the grate in the shower just to look for pearls? There has to be a better job than this.
Oh,
Why
there's
did-
one. Oh, it just went through
Oh,
the
it went
drain.
down the drain. Why did I ever leave Hawaii?
That sounds incredibly unrehearsed, like it's actually happened to you before. Incredibly. What? But is there a beach near there? Or you guys didn't go to the beach?
Don't know.
No, okay.
we didn't-
You just went to the convention center.
We got there Thursday night. We did
Straight away.
We did some walking around. Found a
Pizzeria.
Found a pizzeria that maybe would be 3 out of 10 here in New
Right.
York, and it was all right.
California Pizza Kitchen.
I didn't mind it. No, it was like, hey, Vito's Pizza.
Oh, okay.
We got like a $5 coupon from the hotel
And
and
didn't use it.
didn't use it because we're like, fuck that.
Wow, that's
We don't need
baller
it.
status.
We don't need your fucking.
No, we felt guilty.
podcast baller
We
status.
felt guilty paying that little for that pizza.
Yeah, it was like, pizza was $5, and it was like, here's a $5 gift certificate.
But we met some cool kids from all over Florida. They talked about a number of them talked about how many hours they had driven to get there to see us, which was very flattering.
Yeah.
Some kids, from different parts of Florida. We met some nice.
The term Alligator Alley was used a few times.
Bunch of friends.
Crossing 75, I guess, down there.
Yes,
Really?
the mermaid
Swamps.
the mermaid girls talked about Alligator Alley and how dangerous it is, and I assume it must be more difficult for them because they don't have feet, to
Right.
step onto the various alligator heads like in Pitfall.
Right. The heads, right, or the mouths.
Yeah.
I think you
I
get
learned about
spraying on the
nature.
mouth.
Everything I know about dealing with nature, I learned from Atari 2600.
Vines,
Snakes,
swinging on vines,
yeah, campfires,
snakes,
the
yeah,
whole thing,
yeah.
scorpion.
Dysentery. Actually, that was way before that. That was on the Tandy.
That was Omaha Trail.
That was,
That's not Omaha Trail.
Yeah,
What is that? The shitty Radio Shack spinoff?
Yeah, you never got. We in Jersey we didn't get Oregon Trail. We only
had
got the Oklahoma Trail.
Tandy Trail. Tandy Trail.
I can't even imagine what happened on the Omaha Trail.
Jeremy has disk drive errors. Danny has corrupted files.
Please return to your
Yeah,
local Radio
exactly.
Shack.
I got in trouble in computer class in I want to say 5th grade, for naming my logo programs curse words.
Wow.
We only learned to program in Logo and Basic,
Right.
a long time ago. And
10 print.
yeah, that stuff. Go forward, turn right.
Yeah.
And
Hello world.
you could make in Logo. You could make the turtle draw shit. Pick up the pencil, put down the pencil. And he would
really?
draw, and he would draw shapes. So what was interesting to me was just making like spirographs. So I would just put in like, turn right 30, go forward 30, repeat that 150 times or whatever.
Wow.
And he would make these weird, freaky things. But so I would remember them. I would name the file name like shit or fuck or jerk and like there was a fucking parent teacher conference that this was worth bringing up at the parent teacher conference.
Wow.
See, it all started when I looked over his shoulder and saw that the file name was labeled jerk. And then I looked in and I
like
saw
shit.
crap.
Yeah.
And then it progressively got worse.
Yeah, no, there were
I think dickhead was the last one, and that's where I said I needed to have a conversation.
This needs an intervention right now, Mr. and Mrs. Morona.
Mike's folder was the inspiration for the Blink-182 song "Shit Piss Cunt." Do you remember that on the 30-second songs? Do you ever get that album? I used to love that. It was all punk bands doing 30-second songs. Amazing. And then theirs was just all curse words. Shit piss cunt. Cocksucker motherfucker. Shit fart turd twat. That's I fucked your mom. That's the whole song. That was the whole 30-second song.
That was a good cover.
Thanks. I do have the guitars out. I should just jam it out. Anyway, go look that up. 30 short music for short people. 30-second songs from punk bands. Pretty entertaining. That's
We
my
realized
music
a few cool things about Comic Cons that we should bring, like our own live band or speakers or music, which is definitely engaging. And the guy by us, what was it called? Spooky Pete?
Oh, Spooky Empire.
Had these inflatable ghosty standees that were just
Oh, you could see him from when you walked into the
Ghosty? Oh, like that.
convention. It was like a big, like 12, 13 foot, like
Oh, wow.
scary ghost thing.
the used
What do you think
used car
Right.
wacky white inflatable
but
arms.
the fan isn't going fast enough for it to be wacky wild.
Right.
It's
So they're
just
simply
inflatable.
Yeah, they're simply silent.
Or maybe it's too. The plane is going too well.
They're simply silent sentinels, ready to devour your soul. They're not.
Your use of alliteration there just
Well, they're not trying
makes
to
me
get
feel
you to
good.
purchase a car.
Why don't we get 2 of those car things and just put you guys' young faces on both sides? And then that would be the entrance, and then you could have like Final Countdown playing when you. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. I'm just trying to make your table better. You know what
Flash Gordon was there, and he had like a, you can get those like portable
It was
movie
It
screens
was
or whatever.
serious. It was serious.
Yeah.
So you can just like
Oh, yeah, yeah,
put
yeah.
together and prop up, and you're like, oh look, you have a you got
I mean?
a
Stop
screen,
films. Yeah, yeah.
and it was just like a beautiful color version of himself.
It was
as,
like somebody had stayed.
young Flash Gordon, like
Really?
big muscles, like
It was like somebody had stapled a Funhouse entrance onto the front of his Comic-Con booth. It was pretty cool.
And the wavy mirror was the young and old Flash Gordon. It's weird to see because that's. I mean, I feel like when we made signage for the first or second one we did, it's just the modern podcast photos of you guys. But a lot of people do that. They put the young version, so it's like, oh, young version, and then you tilt your head down, and then there's the 40 years later.
well, that's
Flash
what
Gordon.
that's
Yeah, we're
what
gonna
that's
get
what we
those-
do to them when we have our
Our photo
collective
ops, yeah.
Pete and Pete.
Or you just step from
It's like,
behind
hey,
them.
do you want the nostalgic picture, or would you like the
Current
old one
day.
of us as Danny and Mike?
Nobody ever.
No, we got a couple.
Nobody ever picks
well,
the
but
modern
the
day.
vast majority is nostalgic.
Yes, which
And I lost out on so much Magic School Bus money. Oh boy, I should get some. I need to get some.
speak for yourself. It's a PBS show.
That's true. Yeah, you wouldn't have been the PBS money king. That's for sure. NewsHour. Jim Layer has that
I was
already.
gonna say Jim Layer's got it. I'm glad that was the one that we could both pull out really quick.
PBS Jim Layer. Or what was the Nova? Do you remember watching Nova?
Sure.
Yeah.
This is
Nova.
Gwen Eiffel passed away this year, who used to work
Wow,
on
2016.
PBS doing news as well. She was
I just remember Nova, and it was incredibly interesting title sequence, and then I just checked out. I was like, I'm not watching this. But I love the title sequence.
wow. The drugs really wore off fast for you,
Yeah.
huh? As soon as Neil deGrasse Tyson started talking, oh no, that was Cosmos.
Yeah, that was Cosmos. That was pretty good too.
Nova was cool. That was the one where they're just sort of walking out in the stars, just standing there pointing.
It's sort of a version of that, yeah, of the deGrasse Tyson thing. But it's the old school. I don't know. I don't remember a lot of it. I just remember the title sequence.
I don't watch any of that stuff. I just reread my early '90s and mid '90s science books that I stole from school. That's how I get all of my science.
That was supposed to go to the kid in the next grade.
Yeah, well, you know what? I kept them. You know why?
Did you have to cover?
Because I was on TV.
Did you have
no
to?
one was going to tell me
Nobody
what
was. Wow.
That's what you use your status for?
Yeah.
Stupid textbooks?
Stealing textbooks?
Not free parking placards. Not illicit sexual encounters. School textbooks.
Well,
Look, I could have made a case that I was allergic to the winter and then gotten preferential parking in high school, like some girl in my grade did, and I was really.
She was allergic to winter.
Yeah, she had not been allergic to winter the entire time I went to school with her
from Florida.
until she got her driver's license and didn't want to walk from the lower lot where everybody else had to park, and she had to park up with the teachers because she pulled some bullshit and said she was allergic to the winter.
Don't hate the player,
bullshit.
hate the game.
It's true.
Suburban.
It's
She
true. It's
she
fine. I
worked
cut a lot more school than she did. I was smoking weed in school. She wasn't.
Illegal.
So I was doing
You should give
lots
it back
of-
those textbooks, young
and
man.
look at us now.
Sitting in a basement.
She's the CEO of Bank of America.
Aren't you sorry?
Or
about
are ya?
that? About
Sorry about what?
keeping Isidore Dressler's integrated algebra from ninth grade or anything?
No, I feel like I'm keeping a bit of local history. I get to see who had the book before me, and no one's going to have it after me. So
That's like
Anywho.
that's like getting into the Wall of Fame and then just like burning down the rest of the wall.
Look, for the listener, next time I go back to my parents' house where all those books are, I'll just take a big picture, a big stack of all of the textbooks I stole.
It's not. It's
That'll
not
be a
going
Hot
to
Light
be
Fire Instagram.
Hey kids, remember these? This is
Yeah.
called street law.
It's not going to beat the Civil War textbook I took out during Home Alone. That's now 26 years overdue.
Oh, really? You
From
took
the
it from the
Chicago
movie?
from the
Wow.
Chicago Library. I took it out of the Chicago Public Library.
Oh, it wasn't in the movie. It was just you borrowed it while shooting the movie.
Yes, I've
well,
said
you
this.
can't be going into any libraries in the greater Chicago area anytime soon.
That is a good point. I'm trying to remember when the last time I went into a library in the greater Chicago land area.
I don't know why you'd let that out because now it's like ammunition for us.
Yeah,
It's like we could set you up.
Well, I'm
just
saying
have
these,
like a breadcrumb
these
thing.
We
librarians
have
are
a
going to be
great-
gunning for us.
You know, I
now.
have this great idea for an adventure where we go to a library. Let's do it in like Chicago.
What do you think about Illinois Central?
Yeah,
no,
let's,
let's do Chicago.
We'll go to Chicago.
Cook County is way too crowded. Let's go elsewhere.
I feel like I have a couple, but you know, I when I came home from Ohio, not last time, time before, I brought back a whole bunch of stuff, comic books from my childhood, and I found some old
Twizzlers?
No, we do have a 20-pound gummy bear in the closet that's been around for about 3 years though.
Whoa.
Longer
Is
than
it
that. 5
sweating
years.
out, or is it still?
I think it's
is
getting
it still-
smaller.
Is
It
it
was
getting
from the
smaller?
man-
It's like you. It's like
Yeah.
you. It's sweating out.
It's actually a large now. Yeah, it was an extra large.
So what you're saying is that's a voodoo bear. That's a voodoo gummy bear.
Listen,
That's a
I
Danny
don't go
voodoo
in the
gummy
closet.
bear?
When the closet summons me, I have to go.
He puts the gummy bear over the burners on the stove, and Danny gets hot. Oh God!
There's a little like plaid hat on top of it, and you feel the pain. No, but there's like some weird college textbooks that I have that I want to get rid of because I don't think they're good ones to have on a bookshelf. You know, like The Awakening.
Oh, you think that when you take your prey home here, she's going to be like, "Oh,
Whoa,
yeah."
whoa!
I don't think I want to deal
take
with a
your
guy.
This
Prey?
is not about women, and that is you just made me sound like a horrible monster with only like.
Well, you are because you're
Medium-
thinking. You are because
medium
you're
monster.
thinking about
No.
how the stuff on your bookshelf looks to
You're
visitors.
thinking that it has to do with women. I'm just saying in general.
Look, dude, I've been here when you have guys over, and none of them look at the stuff in your room.
Let's take a look at these books over here. How to pick up chicks.
Yeah, exactly. Let's look at
I never bring my girlfriend here. This is a babe layer.
Benjamin.
The one
Look at this.
the one book that I have to get rid of is the very first Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla book that somehow I have that I must have purchased from the Barnes and Noble that I worked at.
I would get rid of it.
Yeah, I don't know where that.
Do I
came
like
from.
either of those guys? I don't think so.
I don't know. Carolla's a big podcast guy. He started this. He was a big early adopter.
Yes, he was a
podcast.
pioneer in the podcasting platform.
Not
So we should show him.
not Guglielmo Marconi, who invented the radio, or Nikola
Probably
Tesla,
that.
who invented the Tesla coil. Neither of those.
But
guys
that
had
being
anything
said,
to do
I
with
did a
pop.
podcast in 2006, so maybe I even precursor Adam Carolla, which would be one
In
of my
2006, when people were talking about podcasts, I was like, "Is it just a radio show? I don't understand."
A lot of
It's just
people.
a radio show.
Yeah,
So,
but it's a
You
free
just-
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Look at us now.
Terrestrial
doing
radio
a radio
is
show
free.
in the basement.
Terrestrial radio is free, man.
Dude, your pro Howard agenda is noted and poo-pooed.
What do you mean? That's what it's called. It's not just because Howard Stern called it terrestrial radio. But maybe it is. Maybe that's why I picked it up.
I think you come from like a Neil deGrasse Tyson point of view, which is all of these radios are terrestrial and the other ones are extraterrestrial.
We can just use terrestrial and satellite. I think that's just fine. Fine with me. You know it's not fine with me?
What?
Jeremy using his phone while we're podcasting?
Well, yeah, maybe. But
you know that it's not just terrestrial radio that makes his phone functional. It's satellites.
yeah, but if he has the iHeartRadio app, then it's back to terrestrial.
Are you getting any money from them?
No.
Fuck them.
And that's our first brand that Mike hates.
Hey, it's been a while since you've hated a brand, Mike.
Oh, I've been hating brands since I was born.
You got to use that microphone. I went to the elementary Christmas party and couldn't drink alcohol, and everybody else could. This is my first holiday party, alcohol free. Accomplished it. But you know what I did find out while having a little get together here was that I can drink wine. You know how exciting that is for me. And you called it. You called it months ago.
I'm
probably
just
a month
saying,
ago.
I did call it.
What,
I
when
did
he called
it.
when he called you $2 Chuck?
I think we got a phone call in the Danny and Mike studio. Who's on the phone? Hello?
Hello there.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh no. It's a bad connection, Santa. Can you speak up?
It's Drunk Santa. How are you?
Ho, ho, fucking ho.
How's it going, Drunk Santa?
Okay. Why are you you don't
You sound like
Fucking sick of Christmas.
wait, but you can't be. You're drunk. You're,
drunk
a Santa. You're
How
a
are
drunk.
you sick at Christmas?
It's like a farmer saying, "I hate
hate it.
cows."
Why do you hate? Okay, first of all, you sound like you're out. You're. Why are you huffing and you're extending your words?
You never call us
Well-
either. This is
That's a
weird.
good point.
Yeah, you only text.
Actually, we'd prefer him call. What's the matter?
It's been a bit of an accident, if you will.
Oh no.
What's that? What happened?
It's, I've got, I was having a bit of the sauce.
Oh boy.
And next thing I know, it's like I'm riding the sleigh, and these birds come out of nowhere. It's like Sully or something, and all of a sudden I'm wrapped around a tree.
Oh no.
There's blood everywhere.
I'm sorry, Santa. I was hoping you were in the Hudson.
You got stuck in it. You're stuck in a tree.
I'm in a tree.
I don't hear any
Wrap around me
birds.
a bit.
I don't hear any birds, Santa. Are you sure it's a tree with like a bird's nest right next to
Yeah.
it? or
Describe
something?
your surroundings.
It's a bit cold. There's
Well.
some snow, and it's just very red because it's covered in reindeer blood.
Oh no.
Oh, is this in Canada?
I think it's somewhere very cold. I don't know.
It's not here because it's like
I
60.
wasn't
Actually, I
really
don't know.
paying attention.
Well, we just want to know, Santa, so we can direct some, emergency services your way to get the blood off the tree.
Yeah. Do you have an iPhone? Maybe you could send it to your location.
I don't really know how to use it.
Plus, with those mittens, you can never operate those touchscreens.
Do you have?
I don't know technology very well.
Why?
It's very new because, I'm not 600 years old, so
Right.
this technology is quite new to me.
You look great,
It's very
Santa,
confusing.
for 600.
You don't sound so great though.
Well, some people say Mrs. Claus is always telling me, those booze will be the end of you. And taking years off your life. and all that.
What will be the end of you?
I think he said booze.
The booze and such. And
I'm
drugging.
sorry, Santa. I was saying boo earns. I was not booing. I didn't boo. I didn't boo you. Yeah.
So okay. So
How can you tell the difference between reindeer blood and your own blood? Are you hurt?
Well, reindeer blood tastes much better. I'll handle that one for Santa.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, cool.
Yes, thank you, Mike.
Not a problem.
You sound very defeated. What's are you okay?
Hey, sorry, wouldn't you be too if your sleigh was wrapped around a tree and you had the blood of your friends dripping on you?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I
Mike.
can almost hope for that right now.
I'm ready to go because, this is really fucking annoying me with this Christmas and all the kids
Wait.
and all the fucking letters that they send and making the toys, and then I'm going to stay up all night delivering them. I'll fucking die here.
Oh, whoa.
Fine.
Whoa.
I'm over it.
No. There's a lot to live for. You're drunk Santa.
Yeah, drunk Santa.
You can do it.
I've had enough of this.
Think about
I'm gonna go drink a big bottle in heaven.
drunk Santa. Think about all the shitty.
Drunk Santa, why do you think you're going to heaven?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's a very good question. Drunk Santa?
Oh, you're saying I'm not going to?
I mean, I didn't know that you really.
We're just saying hold off on the decision right now.
Are you sure?
yes.
Are you sure?
I guess if I'm going to hell, I definitely don't want to die.
Oh, so now, well,
Yeah, I
okay.
never thought of that.
You might as well enjoy it, right, on the way out.
What do you think the screening?
Christ, maybe Christmas is okay after all.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well.
You know what? This has been a crazy podcast of spirits being low and
Yeah.
then high.
Very low.
I started
And it
this
sounds like-
Drunk Santa. I started this podcast very upset and not feeling very good, and I felt better, and then you called, and I started to feel a little worse. But what you're telling me is making me feel great.
That he's dying? You feel great
it
because
just
he's dying?
It does. It warms my heart to know that drunk
Wait a
Santa is
minute.
dying.
You know, it's just nature's taking its course. It's like Darwin. You know, it's great.
I Ching, Darwin, improvise.
Are you still there? Hello?
Well,
Oh God.
as long as Danny's happy, then I'm not very happy.
Well, that's just because I didn't get what I wanted for Christmas last year, Drunk Santa. I'm still pissed about it.
What were you looking for, Dan?
Well, I was supposed to get this really cool, you bottle your own, like you make your own beer.
Bottle your own urine
All
kit?
I wanted was a make your own beer
Bottle your own urine.
of bottle.
It's
of
Drunk
urine
Santa, do you
bottle.
have any bottle your own urine kits?
I think
you give
that's
out?
like a stocking stuffer, right, Drunk Santa? The bottle your own urine kit.
You have to be the right kind of
I
person to
think
bottle
we
urine.
might be able to find one of those around the North Pole.
Can you find one in Danny's size, though? Can you find one in Danny's size?
The elves don't give off that much urine is the problem.
Hey,
They mostly osmote it,
Drunk
right?
Santa,
It's osmosis.
Drunk Santa, it's been a year. Okay, I don't wear XLs anymore. I'm a large now.
Oh, that's some news, Drunk Santa. Did you hear that?
Yeah, Drunk Santa, you've been away a long time. Maybe you don't hear. I don't do fucking shines no more.
Oh, whoop-de-fucking-do, look at you.
Keep him here. Keep him here.
All right. So tell me. Okay. Tell me about your surroundings.
Yeah,
You're hurt. It sounds like you're hurt. You don't sound too good.
Well, is that snow and...
Do you know if there's universal health care where you are?
Green.
Do you know if there's universal health care where you are?
Did you sign up for Obamacare?
Yeah.
I don't see a hospital, so I don't know. But there's like branches.
I think you're on the Alaska-Canada
Branches.
border.
Do you feel any
There's like
pain?
a hoof in my neck.
If it's a TD
Did you ju-
branch, you're definitely in Canada.
Did you just say a hoof in your neck, Drunk Santa? That doesn't
A
sound
hoof
good.
in the neck, yeah.
Wow.
Do you know whose hoof was it? Was it Blitzen, Donner?
I'm guessing it was a pretty wild night, and he can't keep track of
I
that
hope
stuff.
he's not Donna. He's disgusting. He never takes a bath. No matter how many fucking toys I told him.
Drunk Santa, at this point, are your reindeer all just dangling dead from the tree below you?
Or inside of you?
I think some of them are moving, but they're not looking so good.
Wow. Do you feel pain? Are you hurt? And you obviously have a hoof in you.
You
But
obviously have an ulcer.
Is there a AAA for Santa's sleigh?
oh, that's a good point. That's a good question.
I think I might have crapped my pants a little
Oh
bit.
no.
And I can't tell if this is blood or just a red suit, but
I think you had
What was
beets. Santa, did you not have beets and borscht last night?
That's a
So
good
that's
point.
just an ordinary bowel movement. That's not blood.
correct. It's a trace of food. You're right.
Thank you.
Thanks. Well, you Sherlock the hell out of that.
I've had a heart attack after eating beets, and the next morning you go and take a shit.
Right. And then it's yeah.
It looks like Santa Claus.
You're the king of surprising shits. The you get them all. Okay, you get them all. The okay. So you
Drunk
don't
Santa,
know if you're
can you
bleeding.
if you get out of this alive, can you bring Mike a crown for Christmas? Because so we
Oh,
can label
boy.
him the king of everything. Just make sure it's a thorny
Yes,
crown.
he'll get it with the coal in his stocking.
Is
Oh,
that
wow.
is that a euphemism?
Burger King crown.
Is that a euphemism, Santa?
It's not a euphemism. You're getting coal.
Okay, it's quite literal.
It's quite literal. So you were on your way to here, I'm presuming, because normally you make a stop here. You had an accident. Is your suit
Oh,
wet?
I had an accident. Oh, this is messy.
Right, like I said, Santa, as we already established, those are beats. That's not blood. So you just had a regular accident.
Yeah, but he also said that there's a hoof in
There's
his
a hoof,
neck,
so there must be blood if it's inside of him.
No, I'm just saying I'm not going to account for any of his extracurriculars. I'm just talking about the digestion.
Drunk Santa, can you find your spleen? Can you touch it?
Oh, shit.
It's like a red bag that should be bulging out of you a little bit.
You're probably full of alcohol.
No, this doesn't look good here.
What do you see?
It really doesn't. There's like a big candy cane in my gullet, and I've got.
That's good. That's a digestive that you need that to grind
Mint.
down the elf ears. You need that. The candy cane usually stays there.
It's in deep though, and it's one of those big ones. It's like
jumbo.
Really big.
Jumbo.
Was that for somebody in particular? Was that for Michael? Or was that for Jeremy? Or was that for me? Or for someone else?
Well, given where it is now,
I'm just saying. I just want to know
Previously.
I just want to know if you're on your way here, whose gift was that? It's important.
It's dipped in LSD. I was going to give
Oh,
it to
that-
Jeremy as a gag.
Ooh, that's not nice because I don't do that stuff. Never have. And
Exactly.
you know,
Greatest idea ever.
are you okay?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
you understand that every time Drunk Santa coughs, some beats come out, so it's a little.
Right.
It's jarring.
Okay. Wow. You don't sound good at all. Hey, let's. I want to recap my other gifts from you. A bra. I got a bra one year. Mm-hmm. Last year,
It was lube.
got some lube. No, I think you got. Did you
I
get
got
lube?
I got the lube.
What did you get?
The hairbrush.
No, Santa. Drunk Santa always gives me alcohol.
Ooh. Oh, you got a Bud Light Lime.
Yeah, a Bud Light Lime.
Arita.
Are you
And-
still?
I'm pretty
And
sure
some
you
drugs.
got pubes last year.
Oh, I got
Oh,
pubes.
pubes.
Oh, a
That's
Ziploc-
right.
a
I did.
Ziploc bag of
Ziploc bag of
pubes. Right,
pubes.
yeah.
Right. Top shelf.
Right.
Not just
Right.
any pubes.
Well, Drunk Santa, I don't know what where to take this. You're not.
Do you think the Canadian Mounties can rescue you? You think, Drunk Santa?
No, I'm pretty out here.
How far up the
It's
tree?
starting to. Oh, it's a good, 60 or 70 feet.
Okay, so how many meters?
Is it really snow, or are you just seeing white? And if you are seeing white, does that mean you're seeing the light? And if you're seeing the light, are you walking to it?
Is
I know
it-
it's a lot of questions.
Very
but
well
I'm just,
put, Danny.
Yeah, I have a follow-up, Carol Ann.
Hey, Landers.
I see. I see. What looks like the devil.
Oh no.
And
Is he beckoning you? Is he beckoning you? How do you know it's a devil? Are you guys dressed the
Yeah.
same?
Well, he's playing rock and roll music, so I just assume it's the devil.
No, that's Mick Jagger.
That's probably just your radio. That's probably just your radio. You know what I mean?
Is that a? Do you have
No, I don't
do you have
listen to
satellite in your sleigh, or is it
Oh,
terrestrial?
come on, dude. Everyone knows Tanta has terrestrial.
I mean, we shouldn't be joking.
Yeah,
you
I mean-
really sound like you're not. Well,
Yeah,
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to say that you. Oh,
This man
Oh,
is
God, are you
borscht.
puking?
He's borschting out his life right
Oh,
now
no.
on the tree.
Can you confirm that's borscht or blood?
Drunk Santa, do you?
I'm pulling the candy cane out, but it's not working, and I'm
Oh no.
starting to trip.
I wouldn't pull it out because
Yeah.
it's gonna squirt.
Yeah, put it back in, Santa. Put it back in.
Put it back in. Oh no! Don't pull! Don't pull!
That's what he said.
Oh,
Hey,
dude.
you know what? At least you know.
That's
What's that noise?
Uh-oh. Drunk Santa, you still there, buddy? Oh no.
Drunk Santa, do you have any any last wishes? Anything you
could
want to
go-
say? You want to forgive anybody? Do you want to hate on
your-
anybody? How do you want to end your life?
Crystal Pepsi sucks.
Merry Christmas and fuck all of you. We hate you.
Oh, we're losing.
no.
Oh,
We lost
Santa?
signal. We lost signal from Drunk
Oh
Santa.
no.
Santa?
Santa.
Well, he was bitter to the end. That's all I got to say.
Yeah,
Wow.
like a Red Bull.
Man.
Wow.
Any last anything you want to say last? Merry Christmas and fuck all of you. I hate you.
Yeah.
Wait,
I mean, that
did
sums
he
it up.
say that? Was it like "fuck all of you"? I hate you because
No.
you
No.
drained.
I think the blood was pouring into
From
his
me,
golem
yeah,
by then, so
right.
he couldn't finish the whole.
It was like fuck all of you, gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. I think that looked good on the headstone.
Right. Well, that's a shame. That's a. Well, you know what? That kind of. It's weird. my spirits are a little higher now. Is that weird? That's kind of mean.
No, I think it's okay.
That's kind of mean.
I think we just learned,
I got a smile on my face.
Yeah.
You did? You did. We're spirits are high.
I got to smile somewhere.
Well, look,
Spirits
you know what?
are high.
Here's
gents.
the thing.
Let's clink to that.
If he really dipped that candy cane in LSD, maybe it's all a dream, and maybe maybe this is like an Inception moment.
Well, that's true. The top is still spinning for him.
But
In that case, Santa's girlfriend is dead. You know what I mean? He's just trying to keep her alive.
Right. Which is probably just a reindeer that he takes advantage of.
That's why, and this would explain the hoof and the neck.
Right. Right.
I think if we work backwards, our forensic investigators are going to determine that Santa sexually assaulted one of his underlings.
drunk Santa, let's be specific.
Oh yeah, not
Santa.
the regular Santa. Drunk Santa took liberties he shouldn't have.
Was Christopher Nolan? He did Inception, right?
Yeah.
So we're starting with the first Christopher Nolan movie and then moving to Inception.
But if
We're
you go
working
backwards,
yeah. What was that movie?
Yeah. Santa wakes up with a hoof in his face and,
Right.
and borscht pouring out of his gullet.
Right.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't feel bad.
It turns out you were the aggressor, bad Santa,
Right.
drunk Santa. I'm not going to make excuses for you anymore.
That's right. He lived a pretty well. Maybe he's still. I don't know. Maybe
That's
he's
true.
tripping balls in heaven.
reports
Right.
That's
from
what
that
I'm
area
saying.
is
I'm
spotty.
just saying, if he really was trying to dose you out, and he got that lodged in him, there's a good chance that he's just tripping balls. Maybe
Right. Just like-
he's not in a tree. Maybe he's just sitting on the couch.
That's a good point.
No, just like when Han Solo cut open the Tauntaun to put Luke inside.
Right.
Well, I'm saying they smell bad on the inside. It could be that drunk Santa's the same situation,
Right.
but he is now his spirit is transcended into that LSD cane, and whoever next grabs it, it's going to be like Thor.
Magical.
It's going to be like Thor.
Right.
If they're worthy to grab
Sword in
the
stone
cane,
type deal. Yeah.
they're going to become the next drunk Santa. It's just a theory.
It's sort of like maybe we find it and burn it like Jason part 1, 2, 3,
bury it
and 4.
under a lake, bury it,
Yep.
put it in a box,
Yep, and then
electrocute it.
Still, the drunk Santa hat pops out of the water. Well, he said that he was getting you coal. He got me LSD spiked candy cane. What do you think he had in mind for you?
I
'Cause he
think a
didn't
bunch
say
of
it.
large T-shirts. I think he got you a lot of large T-shirts.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
pretty
know.
cool.
I mean, look, all I was looking for was a homebrew kit last year, and I didn't get it.
Maybe that.
So
hoof.
maybe he was gonna get it to me, or
365 bottles of your own urine.
I mean, he was very much into giving me elf urine on that phone call. Again, another weird thing that I feel like that's more
It's
like
actually
a
an
trippy,
it's an aphrodisiac
tripping out
in the
thing, and
north.
less of a.
It's an aphrodisiac in the north, and it keeps away wolves.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow.
I always
only
pee.
find-
I always pee around the perimeter of wherever I'm.
Well, I'm saying you only
camping,
find out
just in case.
You only find out about the second function in very specific situations, like when you go out in the wild to meet someone, and wolves are there.
Yeah. Wait, have you peed outside of my house?
outside of your house.
Everywhere is
Have you
outside
marked
of your
this
house.
as
Do
your
you mean the
territory?
perimeter?
No,
That
I
would be
don't.
unfair.
No, I don't mark. No.
Okay, great.
No,
that-
I
is
don't
that
mark
why the
any
chili
I don't
peppers
mark
die?
any territory in the urban areas. I'm just looking to scare off bears with my pee because it's very. I'll eat a bunch of asparagus and pee all over the side, and it's a stinky pee. That's gonna make a predator go. That guy's.
Oh, this guy
guy's got weird
This
smelling
guy
pee.
has
I'm not gonna
access
go over
to
there.
classy vegetables. I better stay away unless he's really cultured.
Is asparagus? That's that what you think asparagus is?
Classy.
Classy?
Well, I mean,
It's
not
pretty
if you see not if you see the machine harvesting them from the ground. You're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
banana. But other than that, yeah, I mean, if it helps to flummox a bear, I'm all for it.
I mean, that's just I've never read any articles on that. I just thought for myself that
You've
that's
never
a good
read
thing
any
to do.
articles, period.
It's not true.
I
I like to read, and I like to bestow holiday gifts to people,
you wanna-
mostly in book form.
you want to read the Dr. Drew book? I'll give it to you.
No.
Okay.
No, I just
I totally,
Yeah, speaking of gifts,
I
like
totally forgot about our gift exchange, but I
Well-
would have gotten you.
I figured you were sick. and
Wow.
You didn't want to do it, but
I got a gift exchange for you.
Ooh,
Nice.
Have you ever read this?
No.
wow.
It's a great book about
So
About
for the listener-
bringing spirits higher.
about a man and his son traveling through the post-apocalyptic.
Is there any mention
The
of the
road.
mother?
I like that. Yeah,
It's really good. It's a great book.
Is there
very
any
nice
mention
gift.
of the mother and how she was a really good person, but the dad just didn't treat her right?
No, Mike. It's no.
Well,
Well, that's not what
I'll
you're.
try and get
That's
along.
not
I'll
what
try and
you're.
get
That's
along.
not what you're looking for.
Yeah,
in
you're
this
right.
book.
It's about the
You're
relationship.
looking for the relationship
Yes.
between the father and son in a
Stop getting
in a
sidetracked.
dystopian.
Thanks, Dan.
world.
This feels like a real book and everything. It's
It is a real book.
Yeah,
It's a
there's
real book.
It's carved out, and there's a key to his locker inside.
It's a real book.
And then you go to the locker.
Merry Christmas, Michael.
Thanks, Dan.
Hey,
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. But I actually got something for you guys.
What?
And I stayed up late working on it, and I'm very excited about it.
You
it's-
memorized my monologues from Pete and Pete?
Yeah, it's a turning point. I feel like I'm very pretty happy now and in a good spot, and I wanted to do something that you guys wouldn't expect, and I hope you like it. Here, hold on, I'm gonna get it.
This is the score from HMS Pinafore, as done by Jeremy.
So for the listener, Jeremy has a
triangular.
box.
Dan, you have the good.
I have the box.
You have the good cocaine nails as well. So open up the box.
I don't cocaine nails, Michael.
I've never been to. I guess I did just go to Florida.
All right, so there are two things in there, and well, there's three, but one that looks like paper, so that one's for me. Okay, so each one. Okay, you guys get each one of these rolls. Okay.
And
I
for
would
the
audition.
listener, it's not the roll that you're thinking of.
It's a Kaiser. It's a Kaiser roll.
bun.
It's a Kaiser roll.
Wait till Mike gets his open. Hold on, dude.
For the listener, we're starting up our rubber bands. Ready, Dan? 1, 2.
3.
Oh, that is so nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, I watched the first season of The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Wow.
Just for these guys.
Oh,
Wow,
that is just
look at
sweet.
that.
Jeremy, and you wore glasses for one of them.
And for one of them, yeah. And
Is that
Let's see the pictures.
Well, look.
Are these your reviews?
not only that,
Is it?
Did you
I
take
took
notes? Did you take
You
notes?
took notes.
and you guys, if you want to quiz me, I'm good. I'm good
cool.
to go. We can get quizzed.
Okay.
But I do want to go over some of these episodes.
This
and,
is the best Christmas ever, I think.
Wow.
Turning point. This is a turning point in our lives. Are you surprised?
I'm very surprised.
Yeah,
I
it's-
never think
I stayed up till these are marked by times when I watch them, just so they're
Time-stamped.
just so they're time stamped.
Also, for the listener, there's a portion of one of these notes that just says.
Hold on.
Pete and
let's
Pete
get
in
to
big
it.
letters.
Let's get.
You gotta
I'm
get.
sorry,
You gotta
I
wait.
can't
You gotta
help
wait.
it. I'm
Do you
sorry.
think he was filling time at that point in the note-taking?
No. Well, I did want to fill out the page when I was done, make it look all nice.
Did you make 2-inch margins in every direction and double spacing?
Yeah, it's script format, so it's.
King of the road, day of the dot.
Yeah, these some
night
classics.
callers, range boy,
And then Jeremy put on his
till they
glasses.
die.
That's pretty nice.
And then this, it's a poster basically. I got him, and it's a screenshot of every episode of the first season I watched. We'll put that on the Danny and Mike website. So if you want something to, scare away the
I would
rats.
This is actual proof that he watched the first
proof.
5 seconds of each show.
I would
no,
actually
no,
point.
no.
I would
This-
point out to the listener.
this will work to the contrary. Of
I
that.
would point out for the listener that all of these photos in this truly excellent poster that we just received for Christmas feature you looking away from the television. So there's actually zero.
That's true. That's a good
zero
point.
proof that you've actually
That's a
watched.
good point.
Pete
That's a good point. That's a good point.
But
well,
our
here's-
hearts are warmed. And
here is-
our cockles
our
too.
cockles are warm.
Yeah,
Here's
cockles
the
are quite
evidence.
warm.
All right, at 8:08 p.m. I began watching
Made a tea.
episode 1 of The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Go ahead.
Entitled King of the Road.
What are you quizzing us or we're quizzing?
No, I'm just going to tell you my little notes. And if you guys want to quiz me,
I'll give you some.
We'll do that.
I'll give you some trivia.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And these are just observations.
Yes.
Sideburn State, loved it. I loved it. It made me laugh.
Heck yeah.
I think Danny had the first recorded harmonica drop ever recorded on television. Pre-mic drop.
Drop.
First ever harmonica drop. Yep. Right out the window.
Yep, I remember.
Thought that was great. A lot of stuff in this episode specifically you would never get away with today.
What, interacting with
Danny
girls
hanging
or
out
putting-
the window
or just putting stuff
as the
on
car
top
is
of
moving down the highway
Yeah.
without a seatbelt would never happen. You wouldn't see that in a TV show where you wouldn't be wearing a seatbelt. We're so safety conscious. There's
being-
several things like
Me
that.
being shirtless in the back of the car.
I mean,
That's true.
we all get naked in the.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
well, let's not skip
But there's
to
like
the end.
there's like several the dad's on the roof. I know it's the world that is created, but it's just like kid wise.
Well,
there's several.
were we
moments
not
where it's
allowed
like,
to stick our arms out the window to see if we could get the car to fly?
No, that was great. I used to do that actually. Yeah, I used to do that as a kid. Okay.
You gained lift.
Everything, the use of the song "Everything," which is my favorite Polaris song, is I made
Everywhere.
it everywhere.
Everywhere.
Sorry, made the I loved it as soon as it came in because it is my favorite song.
Very
I just loved
emotionally
it.
resonant.
Yeah.
What he's feeling.
Here's another thing.
Go ahead.
there was bottled water in the pilot in the first episode. I didn't think bottled water was a thing then. Maybe it was just beginning, but you saw in the episode somebody takes a bottle of water and puts it down. You guys didn't even notice. I'm stumping you two. I watched it. I swear to God.
No, actually, water wasn't introduced to the Wellsville universe until season 2. So I think what you're seeing is a bootleg. You watched it online, right? You didn't watch the.
I'm not going to say how I watched it because I don't want to get sued. But let's say it was a DVD. So yeah, I thought it was weird. I didn't think about it anyway. Overall, my review. Great episode.
What about the Perfect Family?
What about it?
What'd you think of them?
Well, is that the
that was the showdown that was going on?
This is a theme in a lot of these episodes in this first season, which I didn't mark it, but I should have. There's 2 others that are marked that could have been. Here's what I wrote. Could have been. Where is it? Wait, this is me flipping papers. Could have been a horror episode. And that too, I mean, he is so like, the Perfect Family is so creepy, and you could just recut the music and make incredible horror films out of all these.
The dad was played by Jeff Pearson.
Yeah.
An actor from Unhappily Ever After.
Fox.
If you remember that was the sitcom with a talking puppet and Nikki Cox.
But that was the spinoff of Married with Children, right?
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. I think not a spinoff, but like a mock version of it. I think
it was more like,
not
hey,
a mock,
there's guys who really like watching this. Maybe they'd like to watch another show like it. I don't know.
That Married with Children was a pretty good show, huh?
Yeah.
Let's make something sort of like that to get those people to watch.
Yeah, to watch them again on another channel.
All right, so. Episode 2, Day of the Dot, started at 8:36 p.m.
Well, at least you didn't take a big break in between episodes.
I enjoyed. No, I didn't. I powered through all these. Binge watched. I enjoyed the Dot, the writing of Hershey's the Dot. That's a big thing. I think that was hilarious. Weather stripping was a very funny line to me. The duck feet thing. Artie being a funk magnet is fucking hilarious.
Super freaky.
Super freaky.
It's like I would not have picked that, and it was so perfect. It's like, so I enjoyed that. Young Michael Gaston.
Looking more and more like a young Sterling Hayden at that point, and getting his baton jerked away from him at one point. That was pretty funny. Probably my favorite, and no offense, my favorite character in this whole first season, other than you two. It's not me. It's not you and not Dan, but it's the bus driver. Incredible. Damien?
And you know what? And my note is
we
that
should get Damien on the show.
I want to see outtakes, and maybe they're on the DVDs that I didn't see, but I want to see outtakes because I feel like a lot of that stuff he does on the bus is just improv.
Let's just walk over to his house.
Totally is. Yeah. He's 5 blocks away.
Yeah, let's just
we're gonna make that happen in the new year. Yeah.
We're gonna toilet paper his house till he comes and then set up a podcast.
My last note about episode 2 is Danny's sunglasses, and my note is Doe's hideous sunglasses. Doe.
Oh, because we were creating.
I understand.
Friction, man.
I understand it was the 90s.
Reaction.
I understand it was the 90s, but those sunglasses did not stand the test of time, is what I'm saying.
I don't particularly remember them.
They're like the thin flat blue.
They're like
sunglasses.
Something that Spider Jerusalem would wear.
Yeah, horrible. Okay,
they're beatnik glasses, the alternate beatnik glasses, not the.
They're the 90s. Oh, this is the modern 90s and the beatnik. Episode 3, Nightcrawlers, great one. I started that at 9:23.
For the listener, they've already done all this work that you're just catching up with us on the air now. They've already done all this work years ago.
Oh, I know.
And they're losing patience with you, Jeremy.
Well, that's why I'm trying to power through, but you're pausing.
Okay, skip to episode 8.
I'll just go through the next 3 very quickly.
Look, this has been 3 years. Let him speak.
That's true. Episode 3, Nightcrawlers. Right. Okay, I know that we made a big deal, or we talked about the 9/11 reference. That was under shot. That was, I was like, oh yeah, that there it is. But the thing that I caught from that was you saying 42.
Yeah, 42.
I like that a lot. So 42 delivery. This was my 3rd listen in a row to Hey Sandy, and my note was still great. Still liked it. Still sang along to it. Pete being Pete. And my was a quote in there, and
does it suck my chowder?
Would be a great autobiography title for you guys. Just Pete being Pete. The mom's brain thing with the diagram of what goes where, genius, really good. The Fig New Lies, which is the Fig Newton thing that the prop master just covered up.
Yeah.
is
Newlies, Fig Newlies.
Fig Newlies, but it's spelled Fig New Lies.
Yes, but if
Yeah.
you looked at
I
that
just wanted to
word,
know if
you
there
would
was
pronounce it as Newlies.
I know, but it was
the
separated
Feelies, like the
when you
Feelies.
looked at it.
He's just trying to say that it says lies because it's not.
I wanted there to be some sort of deep meaning. Is what I'm saying. And then this is a weird thing. The Krebstar Radio logo looks just like the Trump hat, and that's not the first Trump reference I'm going to make. And it had a heartstring ending. It did. It had sort of the same lettering as this stupid hat.
I love you, mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man, my mom wants to, play laser tag. It's great.
Yeah. All right. Episode 4, Range Boy, 9:57. I watched it. Fourth, Hey Sandy, and I was head bobbing. So it's still good. Artie's scream after losing the golf club. So he go, you could tell me. I don't know if it was scripted or he was supposed to lose it.
None of it was scripted.
Okay, well then it was fucking hilarious.
Toby's
That made
lines
me
were
laugh.
basically like an SNL
Toby reacts.
where they script. Yes,
Oh,
they
really?
script
It's a Keenan
reaction.
Yeah. Gotcha. I could see that. Bear philosophy is the best philosophy. I like that a lot when you go into the woods and having the bear philosophy moment.
Snatching the golf ball and all
Right.
that.
The constant theme of this so far up into this whole thing is that the writing is absolutely incredible. So that's what I gathered. Okay, episode 5, which you guys know that. Tool and Die started at 10:32. I put a lot of effort into this. Hey Sandy, number 5. I had 3 stern headbangs. 3. So I was really into it. Another Trump look. Danny is dressed as the lawyer. That's Trump's uniform. Red tie. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and
That's the second and
that's
last.
one of my.
What is that?
That's the blow thumb.
Unless there was one in the shorts.
Is
but-
that the dog eat dog world, baby? Is it
It's a
that
dog
one?
eat dog world.
That's
baby.
the one. No, that's a different one.
No, that's from. It's a dog eat dog world, baby. Is one of the vignettes.
And
where
you're just-
I'm talking on the phone, like making deals.
Yeah,
for
this
someone.
is just you selling dismemberment insurance.
Yes.
It's Danish modern. Favorite line of the episode.
Yeah, I didn't know how to deliver that line, so
It's
it
great.
was just a very innocent delivery.
You want to do a couple?
It's Danish modern. Like I had to be like confident,
Right.
condescending,
Right.
but also defensive all at the same time. So it was a difficult
That's a difficult
read.
direction,
It was
yeah.
a difficult read.
This was the first one that I was like, this episode is basically a horror film.
Because there are cool like descriptions of people getting
And just the mood and
deformed
the light. Yeah, I don't know. Something about it was just like, man, this could, if you just
Lauer. It's goes directed by Peter
Peter
Lauer.
Lauer.
Who's a very stylistic
Yeah.
and knew what he wanted to do. His director's notes for that script were like 40 pages longer than the script.
Wow.
I saw a copy of his director's notes and they were out of control. I might still have them.
Right, episode 6. Don't tread on Pete at 11:03 p.m. I watched it. 6 listening of Hey Sandy, still love it. I would listen to it right now.
That was a fun episode.
The award for the fiercest teacher line. Now listen, you little upstarts. Which is like him trying to be angry, and it's the lamest anger I've ever heard in my life. That was pretty good. My favorite part was the Honest Wagner. That was great that he traded for the Honest Wagner card. Love that.
That
So I used to-
actually presupposed one red paperclip.
I don't know what that means.
There was a site where a guy traded one red.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You didn't hear
Wow.
about
No,
that?
I didn't hear.
Yeah.
And my least favorite part of the episode was you having chocolate on your face the entire the final
Oh
act.
man, that was such like a thing.
I didn't like
After every
that.
take, we
I
had
didn't
to
like
get
it
we had
at
to get
all.
An apply.
I didn't like
We
it.
had to be
It
specific.
kind of drove my perfectionist brain nuts. I didn't like it.
That was a fun episode because I met a girlfriend on that episode.
Ooh.
Yeah, Mary Rose.
Summer 11?
The girl with the beret. If you remember the character who wore
Oh, yeah.
a beret
Yeah.
in the episode.
She was in the band. No. That's another one. Anyway.
No, she's not in the band episode.
The other thing that I got from that one was the wet net toss. After you wiped it off, you tossed it, and it was the perfect. I don't know if somebody was throwing it into frame or you just did that, and it just did it. But I thought it was great because it was the perfect like little thing.
Arc.
Danny's yawning, so that means we have to wrap this up. Episode 7.
You're
Yeah,
almost
Dan
there-
didn't
you're
have a lot
almost
to
there.
do in that episode.
That's why. Yeah.
Now let's go to 2 more that he was more in.
Right. Episode 7, when Pete's Collide, I watched at 11:52 p.m. The finger bands, the headbands for the fingers, great prop. Or was it a costume? Thought you guys could shed some light.
Costume.
Okay, great. Burgess Meredith was my first holy shit moment of the entire first season. I was like, holy shit, that's Burgess Meredith.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was William Hickey.
It wasn't
Bill
Mickey.
Hickey.
It wasn't Mickey from.
It was Bill Hickey, and Bill Hickey played our grandfather.
If that's what you're talking about.
That's who I thought. I thought it was
Yes.
Burgess Meredith.
Yeah,
We're
no,
glad
no, no.
we were here.
I freaked out over that because I was such a, it's great. This is a holiday podcast.
I was like, I love rock.
Dude,
He's like,
amazing.
shut up, kid.
No, but National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, right.
At all time. It's great. It's a wonderful film, and he's in it. And that's when I saw him there. I was like, "Oh my god, he's the blessing guy."
Well, even though it's not Burgess Meredith, I was still holy shit moment.
Like you thought it was Burgess Meredith.
Big WTF moment there for me.
I mouthed "Hey Sandy," so I was still into it, unknowing that I was
seven times.
This is my favorite episode thus far. When Pete's Collide is my favorite season 1 episode.
Of course,
thus far.
it has the appearance of John McLaughlin, who also passed away this year.
Well, the campaign commercial I loved. Again, the thing I loved about this was you two fighting each other was great, and I hope there's more in the other seasons because that's why I really like.
Tune into the podcast if you don't get enough.
Yeah,
And this was
you want some real sibling rivalry?
Yeah.
We'll give
Oh
you
no,
some.
I've lived
show
it
it
for
to
the
you,
last
see?
5 years. I think I'm good.
Remember the medicine ball incident from last year?
Yeah, I got rid of that.
For the listener, after we recorded last year's podcast, we all got pretty intoxicated and were throwing a medicine ball around, and definitely
Broke several things.
broke a couple things.
Of your roommate's shot glasses.
Yep, that went right into where the dishes are. I got rid of that the immediately after that episode. Anything that you know, if you kid proof a house, I do the same thing for Danny and Mike when they come over. That was another episode that could have been a horror episode. Okay, and the last one, episode 8, Hard Days Pete, at 12:22 p.m.
Episode.
AM.
I'm sorry.
You watched it straight through.
My first thing was the radio station set was fantastic.
Wart Radio.
The set though, it was fantastic.
Made you think of talk radio?
Yeah, you can thank.
Well, in Wet Hot
you can
American
thank
Summer,
Martin
is what
Fisher and
John Yuck.
John Yuck.
the designers. It made me think of the Wet Hot American Summer, but I like I just like the set better because it was
circular part
rounded.
of it,
Yeah, it was great. Whammy Bar Kryptonite, fucking awesome. Loved it. That's great cutaways to him just being weird. It's sort of like the gummy bear thing when I'm putting it to a flame. The sunglasses are back, which I didn't like.
Not in a good way.
Nope.
Yeah.
There was a Ted Nugent reference.
Sunglasses are back, but not in a good way.
I said my quote is "Good God." Ted Nugent reference, which I think we've made one before. Maybe that's what you guys are talking about. This was a great season ender. This was very close to my first, but it's right up there. They're very close. This is my second favorite, but could almost overtake it on another thing. And my last note is holy shit. I just watched a whole season of Pete and Pete. P.S. Hey Sandy is still fucking good. So there you go.
I think it's a good
Season
song.
1 of the Adventures of Pete and Pete for you guys.
You know,
Jeremy, you've taken away one of my most loved talking points of all
I know.
time.
Well, there's still a couple, and I thought about not
and
doing
you got the short season too.
Yeah.
You got
you're missing like 4 to 5 episodes.
Oh,
Next
there's.
two.
Well, did they
it's 12
incorporate
or
the?
13? I can't remember.
There's
12?
13. The 5 specials.
Oh yeah. Well, those will work up too. I just thought that would be a good present. I know it kills a talking point, but I feel like you can still.
Oh,
make
it doesn't kill it. It doesn't.
Now-
kill it.
now
it's
it's-
just 3 years old. I mean, it's.
Now it's you can the joke is you haven't watched the rest, or it can go 100 different angles.
Sure. You didn't like sunglasses?
Anyway, I enjoyed it very much. You guys should be very proud of it. The writing's incredible. It's a great show. I'm glad I watched it, and I'm glad I could give it to you for Christmas as a surprise.
If you would come to the
I think the
comic book
requirement though
convention.
was a $10 minimum
Gift.
gift exchange,
Yeah.
and I'm the only one that went through with it and bought.
Yeah, I was gonna just put $10 bills in there, but I didn't have the change.
Oh, we should have saved our 2 gift certificates from Vito's.
Oh my God!
That would've
yeah,
been
we would have given you
$10.
$10.
you know what my gut was. for
Hey, if
this-
anybody's in the Fort Lauderdale area, can you please send us $5 Vito gift certificates?
my first gut thought for a gift was the I was going to get the clown ham.
You gotta stop.
A pound of clown
the
ham,
meat,
but
the meat clown.
then I thought of this, and I was like, man, this is so much better.
Clown ham would have been good. Because then we would have let it rot a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
I would have taken a slice of it and put it somewhere in your apartment just so you could find it later.
That head cheese that I saw was so scary.
Yeah. Well, shall we wrap this up, gents? This has been an extra special holiday episode. I feel bad for Drunk Santa. He's somewhere.
He's currently bleeding out on the Alaska-Canada
He
border.
may be slipping in and out of consciousness, but I'm pretty sure. I mean,
well, you know
who can say which one is better?
I hope that if he is dying up there, that he took the time to figure out how to work his iPhone and was listening to any of the number of podcasts that are on Feral Audio.
That's right.
Yeah, and he said, "Merry Christmas. Fuck you all. This stuff is funny."
But not to Feral.
But not to Feral.
He likes them.
I bet he was also buying some stuff on their Amazon portal.
I think he may have been
through their Amazon portal.
We are, oddly enough, a part of Feral Audio, and we're super, super, super proud of it. Very happy to be our second or third year.
I like to think of myself as the lung.
And so check them out, feralaudio.com, or go to their Amazon portal this holiday season to shop.
Check out the Simpsons podcast with our friend Ellie Gertz. Just got on the Feral Audio Collective.
That's Mike's pick for podcast of the week, of the bye week. I don't know how we do that, but
check out Doughboys too.
Doughboys is good,
them too.
And Johnny Pemberton's I listened to again, straight to tape. Anyway, check out feralaudio.com. Thank you so much for listening and tuning into our third holiday special.
Actual results may vary from future performance. There is no actual guarantee on the Denny and Mike podcast, and anyone who uses the Denny and Mike podcast on the supervision of a physician may include executive results.
Jeremy's happy. Goodbye.
See you next year.
Happy New Year.
Ring a ding ding.
The Adventures of Danny and Mike stars Danny Tamborelli and Michael C. Morona. The show is produced by Jeremy Balin. The podcast is part of the Feral Audio Podcasting Collective and can be found on their website at feralaudio.com. For more information on the guys, visit our website at dannyandmike.com. Also, look us up on Twitter at Danny and Mike with the and spelled out, and on Facebook at facebook.com/The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Thanks for listening.